Hi guys, I'm Shelby McMullen, and today I'm going to show you a alternative to save money when it comes to buying scarves. A few years ago I went to the store and I saw this scarf that I really loved, and it was like $25, and I was like, there's no way that I'm paying that for just a simple piece of fabric. So me and my sister both decided to take up knitting. And so I Googled it and I did some research, and I found out the best way to get the look that I wanted was to use huge knitting needles. So these are the knitting needles that I use, and yes, they're massive. They're just plastic, they're hollow, they're really easy to use. But you can just get them at a place like Walmart or Target, and so you need your knitting needles, and you need whatever type of yarn that you would like to use, and just time and patience. So there are 3 steps that you need to knit. You need to cast on the thread onto your needles, and then you need to actually do the process of knitting, and then you need to remove your stitches from the needles and begin to attach both sides. So to begin, the beginning process is to cast on, and so you take your knitting needle and you wrap it around and you make a slip knot, and then you make a loop that goes over top and pull the thread through by hand. You have to do it manually, and you have to figure out how many stitches you want depending on how thick or narrow you would like your scarf to be. I have one that's very large, and I did 30 stitches, and this one that I'm working on now is only about 17 stitches, and I'm going to wrap it around twice so it's not very thick. The second step is to actually knit a row, and I'm going to show you all how to do this. It's only a few steps. You push the needle through the loop attached to your other knitting needle, and then you wrap the thread around it, and then you grab the wrap that you use and you pull it through, and then you just pull that loop off, and it makes another loop on the other needle, and you just go through and do that throughout the entire row until you're finished, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience, but I've had one that has taken like 12 hours, so depending on how big that you would like it to be, it really does take a lot of time and patience. But then the final step is to remove the stitches from your needle once you're all finished knitting, and then to attach both sides together to make it into a circle. So the process of this is to do it by hand, just like casting on, and you're going to take the end piece of thread. You have to cut it from your ball of thread, and then you individually wrap each side to each loop on your needle, like right here. And so this is how to knit, and I love to do it. It's a really fun pastime, and if you got anything out of this speech because you don't like to knit or are a boy, then you can at least make